What happened? And no, I am asking. Most of it I don't even remember. This year, I started in the lowest pit imaginable. I then had the remaster confirmed, and life was at an all-time high, to only again sink back into the same low at its failure. This says it all right here. Before the remaster was even announced, 2k players plus average. After, 1k plus on the OG, and under 1k on the remaster. First of all, the remaster should easily outperform the original, but what is worse is that the original and the remaster combined today do not beat the levels the original alone was at before any mention of the remaster was made. And, to be honest, I don't fully know why. And to clarify to the 0 IQ commenter, no, I am not blaming the community. Even if I like it, even if I disagree, they 100% have the right to express their opinions. And I have the right to support someone in their opinions even if I disagree. But that's exactly the problem. I like the remaster. I am satisfied with it in its current state. I want to see more improvements, but I can also see that others wanted way more, and agree that the remaster should have done more to cater to them as well. To all the haters I got saying I was sitting on the fence with my opinions, in my months of free time for reflection, I can only say that I was right. I can make a review and talk positively about the game, and then I can make a second review afterwards, talking about the community's opinions. I have every right to do so, and it took me a while to remember that. Although I admit I should have been much clearer, and that is what I hope to try and do today. But I should not have been so easily false-led. Before launch, there was patch after patch, every single week, new stuff and improvements direct from player and community feedback. That was great. I was not lied to or forcefully led on with this, but I got too excited seeing these massive weekly patches, and some part of me just expected those to continue after launch. And that did contribute to my confidence, and then sudden loss of confidence later down the line. The UI is the perfect example. I don't like it, but I can handle it. It's not going to kill the game for me, but for many people it did. And so, as a part of this community, it is my duty to help them and stick up for them to push for a better UI, even if I don't personally hate it. And it's okay for any of you to do that as well. We don't have to constantly tribalize ourselves into these purist opinions. I think everyone should be their own hive mind of everyone else, always playing devil's advocate in their own heads. It's not just my channel that got shattered, it's the whole community. Pro clans have been split. I have seen friendships ruined all over. The remaster brought out the worst in some people. Players who like it versus players who don't like it. There's now 2 different Discord servers for Rome modders. The original was much more pro-OG anti-remaster, and so many modders who liked the remaster went and created their own pro-remaster server, and both are fully in the right to be so, but it shows a lot. We have become more split than ever before, and to be honest, I don't think these wounds will ever heal fully. I saw myself, through MELKOR, as trying to always be a spokesman for the community, pushing ideas from your comments to CA and Feral, and Feral overall were very responsive to the feedback. Sadly though, it was too late for most of it to come through, the UI for example. But as said, it became increasingly clear that there was a divide, and I had to choose a side. I made the same decision CA made with Three Kingdoms and Troy, and tried to please both sides, expressing my opinion and the community's opinion in one. And it began here with my two reviews. I felt I made it clear. One was personal, the other was a personal take on how the community perceived it. That, however, it seems I should have made clearer. Anyway, I no longer felt like I could represent the community, and among many other factors already discussed, I felt I had to leave the CA Discord. What purpose do I now serve? If I stayed, I would have just run the risk of sending back either bias or conflicting examples of feedback, and it eventually became yet another reason, among many, why I quit in the end. It was too much to get my head around. I play the character of an egotistical maniac as it is, but to also play a somewhat double agent on top of that is harder than most would think. I uploaded daily, at the highest quality I could achieve. This would take about 6 hours a day, every day, no day off. Christmas, birthday, unwell, I still uploaded. However, as we went deeper into lockdown, and I had nothing else to really do, this was where I really started to mess up a bit. Why not put more hours into it? I would be scrolling around online and see someone say, YouTubers just play video games all day, and I'll respond with that with, oh, I'll show you, and throw in another 1 or maybe 2 hours a day into the editing and scripting. Money is short this month, okay, throw in another hour a day. Hear a motivational speech that tells me to work harder. I'm suddenly motivated to put in another hour, or 2, or 3, every single day. I am not insane. I don't want to get into it too much, but I do have some issues, mentally. I wanted to push the limits. I enjoyed getting work done. I'm young, with nothing better to do in lockdown, so just kept going at it. It quickly became 12 hours a day, every day. My eyes started twitching, I was far from happy, my bald spot was clearer than ever, and I was only 22. And some other issues that I won't get into here. Every dream I had was about YouTube. That's where I got most of my ideas. I was editing and scripting videos in my dreams. I went too far and did not realise how far I had gone until it was too late. That, combined with a rise in negativity towards the remaster and myself, combined with a rapid decline in viewership, only made me respond with more work, and I found those extra hours by cutting back on sleep, which I probably shouldn't have done. Although weirdly, looking back, I never really cut back on my exercise. Walking, running, lifting, yoga, all of that. Compared to most, when it comes to the body and healthy eating and stuff like that, I'm very healthy, which I'm, happy to be grateful for. I can handle the stress, the hate, the negativity of being online. I did it for 5 years, but when everything hits at once the way it did, I do not think the vast majority of people out there would even have the mental capacity to get to where I even got, and push it non-stop for over half a year. I had to take a few weeks away, and decided to return part-time to do an RP campaign. You may remember the Pyrrhus of Epirus campaign. However, I definitely needed way more than 3 weeks off. Also, I did not enjoy the campaign as much as I thought I would. But still, that stupid drive in me just kept going. I had it drilled in me, that don't quit mentality. It's a load of rubbish. I think a lot of people out there need to understand it is okay to quit. We all have something we love and are passionate about that eventually we come to despise. Many people need it yelled at them, do not quit, keep going, but I believe there's equally a great many people out there who need to be told, stop beating this dead horse. You have new dreams now, follow those. It's okay to let go of old passions for new ones. I kept on going, and then I got hit by that disease that we are not allowed to say on YouTube. At that point, I was done, deleted the Discord server and quit altogether, and so it is clear, I was 100% done at that point, and life has never been better since. I've had more holiday time than I can even remember. I've found other hobbies in life. I've decided I want to go back to university, starting in September 2022 to do my Masters. Oh, and I refound my passion in history again, which has been a wonderful experience. And refound my passion for Total War. When I started covering Rome, it was around the time Legend was having his issues with CA. The entire atmosphere around Legend was negative, and I felt that reflected poorly onto the community. I believed in some crazy theory that the classical Total War fans, deep down, were great, nice, positive people who were still extremely active. Thank you for letting me prove that, for the most part, over the last few years. I gave out positive energy, and was met with it in return. And Legend also found a way to be positive, and was also met with positivity in return. And I'm happy for the guy, he deserves it. He has talked about this theory in a few of his streams, and I am a big believer of it. But it got to the point where my positive, jokey, always looking on the bright side attitude was met with negativity from many. Not all, but many. And if you were that person, do not worry about it. Like, at this point, I have no hard feelings at all. You were looking for a different type of YouTuber, but that's simply not who I am as a person. Look at it this way, I got that disease this year that I'm not allowed to talk about on YouTube. And I am grateful for getting that, because that got me out of YouTube, and that, I don't want to say it, I don't want to over-dramatise it, but that could have saved my life in some sense. You know, this is what I do, I always try and put the positive spin on it, but some people who didn't like the remaster did not understand that about me, and things led to things. I just want to say, I hold no hard feelings. It's my fault for not making it clearer. I can handle negativity, so it's clear. I've been a Rome YouTuber for 4 years now, but that was a different level entirely. Finally, I want to address some misconceptions. 1. Some were saying I dropped out of my degree 90% of the way through to do Rome Total War full time. That's not true at all. I have a degree already in the bank. I dropped out of my Masters 5% of the way in, roughly, because I hated the subject, lost my passion in history, and there was this disease going around that could have resulted in lockdown. Imagine that. I got out whilst I could, got refunded, and it just so happened, thankfully, I could work from home on YouTube in the meantime. And to add, although I tore myself up a bit, I am 100% grateful to have been in that position. Misconception 2, no, I am not violent. Can people stop giving me hate and calling me out based off stuff Voland has said? And can people stop emailing me, like Shogun 2 Battle Disaster stuff or whatever they are? We're two completely different people, just so it's clear, like this is not a rare thing, this happens on a very regular basis. And thirdly, I've seen a lot of people say that I changed my content. Again, this is my fault for not making it clearer. I have always seen myself as a historical news channel. It just so happened that there was no news at all for years, so it was a big switch into that once real news came around. However, I did cut back from the comedy stuff. I loved making those videos, and I'm happy that they got such a supportive audience, but the thing is, there's only so many jokes you can tell about pink pyjama people and Corniff until it just gets old. To the people who commented saying it was a mistake for me to back away from that, if I did not back away from that, those same people would be commenting to me to stop milking the idea. And YouTube started deleting some of my SpongeBob memes anyway due to copyright, so there's not much I can do there. If I get funny ideas, I'll make videos on them. I want to, but if I can't think of any, I'm not going to force it. I am coming back, but not in the way it was like before. Maybe 1 or 2 videos a week maximum. Trying to keep it, much more chill. I am inspired by legend. If anyone that ugly can be successful, anybody can. Nah, I'm joking. He, like me, a hard worker, who maybe went a little too far, had issues with CA. The negativity just piled up, only covering the old games, and eventually broke down, but came back, rebranded himself, healed old wounds, and now seems better and happier than ever before. It's official. I am going to become a Warhammer YouTuber, guys. Woo! Nah, but I want to make it clear with this. It won't be the same. I will approach it differently. I have to approach it differently. I have a new channel on the side, a historical documentary channel. I only upload once a week, but it's in a topic that I am really passionate about and intend to study in university. I want to keep that channel private for now, but just saying it so that you know I've got something else going along the side. Until university starts, I have some free time, and that's why I am here. I plan to quit again in 10 months when my Masters starts again. My return is only temporary, but I hope I can entertain some of you until then, just having fun with a chill video here and there, and maybe share news about the modding team that I have joined. I think some of you could be a little bit interested. So yeah, a temporary return. This, in a sense, is MELKOR's 100 days.
I have come back!